Today we are gathered together at this table with my father and my sons and myself, and we're discussing something that is super important for legacy to the next generation. It's very rare to have a father, his sons, my father, which would be a grandfather, a father, and his sons. And we want to leave something for Father's Day that's going to be beneficial. And pretty much the biblical mandate found in Psalm 78. We can start reading in verse 3. It says, what we have heard, things we've heard and known, our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from our children. We will tell the generations to come what the Lord expects, what is His strength, and the wonderful works that He has done. Dad.
Yes, I have a lot to say because I'm already 84 years old. But I see the new generation coming to find out success in life. And in the beginning, in the book of Genesis, there is a recommendation that you have to face when you get married. Of course, my grandkids and my kids are married, and this is from God. But I want everybody, everyone, young people and older, that when you get married, it's a revelation of God that said, go and multiply. So it means to marry. And there is a warning in Genesis 3:17. Because you obey the word of your wife, you will not eat from the fruit, you be cursed with pain, and you will eat with it all your life. And he said, the desire, the will of your wife will be upon you, but you will govern or allowed to by violence. It doesn't say by violence, but you will have to submit her to obedience.
Well, I take it that I can't get carried away in following the emotions and sentiments of maybe my peers or maybe the people that I'm doing life together with, whether in the classroom, at work, or whatever, where everyone's going out and they're having relationships, they're having a good time, they're pursuing, girlfriends and whatnot. But rather knowing that as long as I'm keeping to the course from now, that's something that I could look forward to in the future by listening to His instruction, putting it in my heart, and expecting that hopeful future later on.
How about you, Josh?
Well, what comes to mind is when you're younger and you're in a elementary school setting and they start teaching you the arithmetic and the basic mathematics, and you start wondering, what is this for?
How does it apply?
Exactly, and what my grandfather just said was he's giving us what the end product is. And so we start building the foundation. He says, well, if you continue with this mathematical stuff, you could build structures and be an engineer. So in that same vein, our grandfather's teaching us what we need. If we apply the foundational truths of the Bible and we keep following it and just putting one step in front of the other, at the end of the day, we're going to reach to that point where we have successful marriages and we have successful lives and good families and good, healthy families with good, healthy relationships.
I think that's really powerful that he opens his mouth to begin to speak on a topic talking about marriage, and you could say, this is not something that doesn't apply. This is something that I could foresee, and it weighs heavy on the concern of his heart that I be successful in this area. How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, and obviously everyone knows that the Bible talks about seasons, and there's times for things and times not for things. But even though it's not a part of my current season, it's definitely something that if I don't do what God asks me now, when that season comes, I won't be ready for it.
So the dynamics of a grandfather, a father, grandchildren, sons, all this dynamic created by God, it makes a lot of sense when you see it with hindsight value. There's some people who says, I don't need my dad. That makes you an orphan. But the word orphan means without direction and without destination. You're just a wanderer. So God is pressing us into this. I thank you guys for being at the table today. This is just a small glimpse of something that should be going on in all the families. There should be connected grandfathers. A lot of grandfathers feel that they're finished. I already raised my children. I don't want to. No. Now you could raise nations for the Lord. You're perfected in your capacity. Just like children have a disposition of character, which they have to they have to, like it says in Malachi 4:6, you have to adjust and tune yourself not only to receive as a son, but you have to adjust and choose the tuning of your capacity to father. And so the Bible says that if we do this dynamic well, we're going to prosper, and it's going to be a blessing to all peoples everywhere. Thank you very much.